Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for episode 5 of the Drawback Chess speedrun. In this series, I play Drawback Chess, which is basically normal chess, but each player has a secret drawback that their opponent doesn't know, and they have to follow it. I've got an insane drawback that says if your opponent ever moves two non-pawn pieces at the same time, at the same type adjacent to each other, you lose and stuff like that. And yeah, this is episode 5. Hopefully, you guys have seen episode 1 through 4. Yeah, but if you haven't, then I will put the series link in the description so you can go see it. And if you have watched it already, then enjoy episode 5, I guess. Let's go ahead and get into the first game. Alright, for the first game, we get the black pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and move down so we can see my name. Body Snatcher. If your opponent ever captures a non-pawn piece with an equivalent piece, e.g. a knight with a knight, you lose. Okay, so basically I have to be the one making the trades. Alright, we get d4. Oh god, it's gonna auto-abort in 8 seconds. Alright, I guess I'll just play d5. I mean, I'm not really sure. So, basically, all I gotta stop him from doing is taking my bishop with his bishop. So, like, for example, if he goes e3, bishop d3, which is very common in London systems or, queen's pawn systems, then I usually go bishop g6. But in that case, if he takes my bishop, I lose. So I would actually have to take, so that when he takes back, he takes the bishop with his queen, which is actually allowed. We get c4, I guess e6, and this is just a queen's gambit declined. Normally, if instead of knight f3 and bishop f5, we got d4, d5, c4, I would play c6 to Slav defense because I like to keep the diagonal open for my bishop. But since my bishop has already developed out, because we got this extra move after knight f3, it's okay to play e6. So let's go ahead and go knight f6, add another defender to this pawn, and we'll see what the opponent does. I'm probably going to go bishop b4 next. All we got to be careful of is like takes, and I don't want to take with the knight, because then knight takes and I lose. So I should probably try to get some trades in that benefit me, like this. And maybe, maybe as a drawback that you can't take with pawns or something. So you never know. Because I basically have a pretty easy drawback, I think. I don't think this should be too hard. Because, so far it's going pretty good. And even if he, attacks my piece with the same piece, like that, exactly, right on cue, I can still take it. And whatever he takes back with, as long as it's not another knight, I'm completely fine. So it looks like my opponent might also have a relatively easy drawback because they seem to be just playing whatever they want. So I have no idea what their drawback is so far. And also there isn't there's 5 drawbacks or there's 10 drawbacks. There's hundreds of drawbacks as far as I know. So there's a very small chance that I actually figure out what my opponent's drawback is. But if I see any weird moves, then I can be like if they go king d2, for example, I know there's this one drawback that's advance your king 1 rank every 6 turns or something. So I might get a little suspicious that it's that drawback. But if they're just playing kind of normal chess and there's nothing to really get suspicious about, then I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out. Also, it's really useful that they said non-pawn piece, because if pawns were included, then I would have lost right here and probably before. Anyways, I was kind of just talking and playing moves that made sense, like developing moves, because we're still technically in the opening. And I made sure that, I'm okay with the bishop taking because I have a queen or a rook that can take back. If my queen and rook were here, like it was here and here or something like that, then I would not want to allow this, because after it takes, then I have isolated pawns. But in this case, it's fine. We get bishop f4. Let's see. I could go bishop e. Oh, I was trying to draw an arrow, because I was gonna say I could go bishop e4, but then f3, and I kind of have to go back, so I'm not going to do that. And then Instead of drawing the arrow, I actually did the move. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not like a blunder. Let's go c6, defend this pawn. And somehow I'm talking so much and I'm still ahead on time, which barely happens in my videos, as you guys have probably noticed, because my opponent can just think, and they're not talking. What should I do here? I'm thinking about moving the knight so I can bring the queen in. But it doesn't look like that actually does a lot. So I'm just going to go queen d7, queen e7, and then get my rooks on more open files. Actually, I think this rook should stay here because if... I gotta stop playing moves. I try to draw arrows and then it, like, does this. I need to move my knight, but that would just be free because of this bishop. So maybe let's go here. Target the bishop. I mean, the bishop is defended, but ooh, okay. So now I'm forced to take, right? Because if I don't take, then he's gonna take here and I lose because of this. So I can take, and there can't be a bishop recapturing because I just took the light squared bishop, right? So you can't have two bishops on the same color unless your opponent promoted to a bishop, which is never gonna happen. Okay, I think c5, but that loses the d5 pawn. So, maybe, okay, whoa there. I almost just went queen e4 and lost the game because queens can't take each other either. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just moving my knight back and forth. Now we are officially losing on time. 0:36 to a minute and 10. Let's play a little bit faster here. I'm sure I don't need to explain my moves. You can probably see that just saves the pawn from rook b1, rook b1, rook b1. Anyways, yeah, it's not a terrible move. It just attacks the pawn. Now that I think about it, that was actually defended, but I do want to get some progress going. I don't want to have my queen just stuck defending the pawn. And can't take here. Okay, I should probably trade before he takes my queen and I lose. Let's go... Well, if I go there, then I lose this pawn. Okay, how about this? Let's defend the pawn. And then let's... Oh, wait. This doesn't work because they can just take... Oh, my pawn's hanging. What do I do? Here? Counterattack, maybe? Oh, but he can just take, no? Oh, got it. I don't have time to calculate. Alright, let's just go here. Oh, shoot, I hung the pawn. What am I doing? Oh my god. And I can't even move the knight. This is bad. This is really bad. I have 13 seconds on the clock. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna pull this off. Oh no. That's not good. Oh, and I can't even take the bishop. Like, if it was normal chess, I would, but then he could just take my... Oh my god. That's insane. Luckily, there's 2-second increment. If there wasn't, I would be absolutely fried a lot longer ago. Okay, wait. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Oh my god, I completely forgot that. Was there anything I could have done, though? I don't think I could have done anything, actually. After this, because both of my rooks were hanging. If I take the rook, then this rook can just take back. Oh, but I guess there was the 50-50 chance that the bishop could take back. And if I just take here, there's like he's obviously gonna take because he wants to trade because he's up a pawn. Dang, wow, with that we lose game number 1. What was my opponent's drawback actually? Shadow queen. Your queen can only move to the start. Are you kidding me? What is this? So that's why he was playing whatever he wanted. He was just... Dude, that drawback, like, literally affects nothing. Like, it actually affects nothing. Like, let's just watch his queen. His queen is just doing nothing. It only affects one piece out of all 16. Mine affected, like, 2 knights, 2 bishops, 2 rooks, and a queen. So mine affected, like, 7 pieces. And his affected 1. Like, that's not fair. How hard was it? Okay, mine was like in the middle, but more towards the easy side, and my opponent's was just really easy. Wow. Yeah, his queen just sat there. Like, if you don't move your queen, this draw, it's just like play whatever you want. So, yeah, and then like queen here, queen here. That's the queen made 2 moves, and then it got traded off, and he just had a like once the queen was gone, he had literally no drawback. He could just play whatever the heck he wants. All right, that was kind of a frustrating game because I had a much harder drawback than my opponent. But anyways, with that, we lose game number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to game number 2. All right, second game, we again get the black pieces. I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of wanted the white pieces this game, but it is what it is. And our drawback is queen B. Once you capture with the queen, you can no longer move queens? Okay, that that only affects one piece. So, it could be fine. But how is that related to a queen bee though? Oh, I guess if a queen bee stings someone, then it can never sting again. But that means it should never be able to capture again, not never be able to move again. Okay, whatever. I'm just playing a normal Carl Khan. So far, my opponent's not doing anything suspicious. Oh, I allowed d5. That was not too smart, but my opponent didn't play it. Let's just go here. I'm just gonna not capture my queen again then. Like, should be completely fine if I don't capture, right? Like last time my opponent couldn't move to light squares with their queen. So they just decided not to move their queen at all, or for like most of the game. Let's go here and then take... Normally I would take towards the center with the H pawn, but in this scenario it's better to take with the F pawn so that the rook has an open file. My opponent doesn't take though, so let's go queen A5, target this pawn. Oh wait, I forgot. That doesn't actually do anything because I can never move queens again. Yeah. I started playing that like too much like normal chess. Okay. C4. I see you. Maybe I should just go... wow, I can't actually move anywhere here. Wait, that's crazy. Look, pawn, 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 knight, bishop, bishop. I can't actually move anywhere on this ring. So I can't move to b6 because of this fork. If I go to c7, looks unpleasant because my bishop is gonna get trapped, or actually not trapped because I have e7, but it looks unpleasant. So yeah, after c5, I want to be able to go bishop c7 because this looks nice. C5 and then queen d6. I meant b6 to attack c5 and then queen d6. I do get an isolated pawn though, which may not be the best. Again, it's 3-2. It does seem like people play a lot of 3-2 these days. Basically, you can't set what time control you want to play. You just join the queue, and then if someone else joins and they have the same time control as you, then you get paired together. That's how it works. So, like, technically, if someone wanted, they could put 1-1, and I would be playing a bullet game in the middle of an episode. But I'm just crossing my fingers that doesn't happen, right? Okay, so currently what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take this knight so that they can't take back, because if they do, then this. That's just a free bishop. Oh, it's not. If I take, then they can take the knight, and more importantly, since I captured with the queen, I can never take again. So we have to be really careful there. We actually cannot take. And if the bishop takes, then I'm gonna take back with the rook, as you can see by my pre-move. And if they don't take, then I will take the bishop, I guess. I'm not too sure. That was actually a clever move. Okay, they just went back. Maybe they're concerned about this pawn. Actually, I can take this knight because it was defending the pawn. And then after that, I can take back here. So I do win a pawn. But if the bishop takes and I take back with the queen, then like after like rook d1 and my queen is gone. So if the bishop takes, then I'm probably not going to even take back because it's just too risky. I'm just hoping my opponent doesn't know what my drawback is. So they're going to like let me take here or move my knight away. And all will be good because my queen hasn't captured yet. But yeah, if they take here again, I don't think I'm gonna take. Okay, that I guess they don't want to double their pawns. Is that the idea? This was a pin, but it was check, so they had to respond to check. Unless my drawback said. Okay, wait. What if I do what the opponent did last game? Since I have a restriction with my queen, if I just try to trade off queens, then I can play a game where I have no drawback. Right? That's what the opponent did in the last game, and it worked out really well. So, okay, now I think I'm just winning. There's no bishop f4 this time because, yeah, I just take. I'm gonna go f5, target the queen. Probably queen h4 or queen h5, I'm guessing. Queen h4 seems better for me, yeah, so you can swing around and come over here if you need to. Let's see. What do I do here? I also have 45 seconds, so I gotta be careful a little bit. Let's just push over here. I mean, why not? My king isn't in any danger. I just noticed this, but then I can just slide my king over and I should be fine. Don't see the problem with that. Let's just move the queen out of the way. It looks like this game is also gonna be a time scramble. I don't know why, but a lot of games in Drawback Chess just end with the time scramble because I don't know why. They just do. Let's push the pawn. I have no interest in losing on time, so hopefully we can get the opponent to catch up on time a little bit. I do have enough defenders. I have the rook and the bishop against the opponent's bishop and the queen, so I'm not going to lose the pawn. But we'll see what the opponent does here. Okay, they move back. Let's throw in this check. Because why not? If king here or king here, I think just this. What? Wait, doesn't this hang a rook? I didn't even notice that was a fork. I just gave a check because why not? And then it turns out that this is a fork. Like, I seriously, I didn't even see that. Okay, they took... Wait. Oh, I can't move my queen anymore because, oh no, why did I should have traded queens. I should have traded queens. And I should have took with the rook so that I was attacking the queen. Oh no. Oh man, I really messed this up. And I have 10 seconds. It's a rook and a bishop for the queen. Because 3 pawns, yeah, okay. It's a rook and a bishop for the queen, exactly. Actually, it says it right here. I don't know why I didn't see that. Alright, oh, I got 8 seconds. Alright. The good thing about this is that I have no more drawback. I'm trying to trick the queen into... Do you guys see the trap here? I'm trying to trick the queen into taking because then I have rook g8 and it's a pin against the king. But my opponent is probably going to find it. Okay, we're equal on time now. Let's move the king out of the way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this, but I could probably draw this, right? By, like, repetition. Is there repetition drawback chess? Let's go here. Oh, God, I have 5 seconds. That's free? Question mark? I'm trying to pre-move rook back. Oh, they have 3 seconds. Okay, it's gonna be a time scramble. Just like every game I play in this series. Alright. Oh, I have a discovered attack to win the queen. Let's go. Let's go. Discovered attack. Yes. Yes. I have more time now. I have 9 seconds. Okay, bring the king. I mean, I have no drawback and the opponent still does. So, are they gonna push the pawn? Hopefully not. Alright. Now this should just be winning. Hello? Okay, I don't know why that pre-move didn't work, but now this should be just winning. Yeah. And in this game, you do have to capture the king in order to win. So it's gonna allow me to play king b3, so I gotta make sure I don't do that. Okay, that just blunders the rook through a skewer. What? Okay, they just left the king hanging. Alright, with that, we do win game number 2. But I feel kind of bad, honestly, because I got an easy drawback. And I'm telling you, like, all these drawbacks where it only affects your queen are pretty easy. And my opponent's drawback was, as long as you have a pawn, you cannot move non-pawns ahead of your most advanced pawn. What? Oh, so the pawns, it's called scouting ahead, so I'm assuming the pawns have to scout ahead. Okay, so your pawn... Alright, I think I get it, because you took, and then you took... Okay, so, like this is the most advanced pawn, so all your pieces have to be here. And, like, if your most advanced pawn gets, like, c7 or something, it's, like, anchored with the bishop or something, then you can basically move anywhere, except for the last week. That's actually a pretty tricky drawback, I gotta admit, because, like, if you're trying to pawn storm somebody, and you just want to checkmate them, like, you have checkmate in one with, like, queen h7, but the pawns are, like, g5 and f5, or g5 and f4 or something, you can't do it, because, like, this is your most advanced pawn, so you can't move farther than that. Yeah. Alright, we are currently 1 for 2. We lost the first game and won the second game, so I guess this is going to be the tiebreaker game. Let's go ahead and move on to game number 3. Alright, game number 3, and we get the black pieces for the 3rd time. Alright, I don't know what's happening today, but we're just cursed with the black pieces every single game. Anyways, let's see what our drawback is. Simon says, you must move onto the same color square as your opponent's last move. Ooh, this is an interesting one that depends on your opponent to decide what you're gonna do. Okay, so e3 is a dark square, so it says must move to a dark square. Alright. I guess just e5. Bishop b5. Must move to a light square. I was gonna go c6 anyway to attack the bishop, and this is probably perfect because, yeah, after the bishop moves, now I have to move to a light square, so I can move my pawn here, and I'm not sure what bishop b5 was doing, actually. Is this drawback, like, must give a check in the first 10 moves or something? Must move to a light square, and this does allow a fork, so I will play it. Hopefully, yeah, okay, so that moves to a light square, so I can actually take back, because it's also on the light square. Must move to a dark square, well, I was gonna go here anyway, so thank you very much. Hopefully he doesn't go, like, here. Must move to a light square, well, I guess let's take that opportunity to develop the bishop. This drawback is actually pretty easy, though, because it means that if someone takes, then whatever square they take on, you're always allowed to recapture because it's the same square, right? So it has to be the same color because they just took. Must move to a dark square. Alright, perfect. Let's go knight f6. This game actually could take a lot longer because it's a 10-minute game, as you can see. 10-minute with 10-second increment. The most popular time controls are 3-2 and then 10-10. So we're playing a 10-10 game here. But so far, my opponent hasn't played something that, like, for example, this, it's a dark square, so I really want to en passant, but I can't because it's a light square, so I have to play something that's, oh, I can't go here either, that's also a light square. So, like, that's the first annoying move that actually makes me do something that I would normally not do, like queen c7. But up till then, literally everything, like e5, that was fine. I want to attack the bishop. I want to control the center. Let's go back for a second. We have plenty of time. And I wanted to fork. I want to take the bishop. I want to develop an attack. I want to develop an attack. I wanted to take back. I want to develop my knight. Like, this is the only move that I normally wouldn't have done. Okay, we get another dark square, which is kind of concerning. Hopefully I can get a light square soon. But I do want to stop this attack going, so I'm going to go h6. But if he goes h5 now, that would be nice. Okay, wait, what? Excuse me? What was that? I was going to say rook f3, and now I can get this pin or skewer or whatever that is. But that just hangs a rook. I forgot about my pawn. Dark square, so let's go dark square. I know this sacrifices a pawn, but I'm just trying to attack. Okay, now the queen is skewered. But if he moves to a dark square, then uh-oh. What do I do here? Because I can't take the queen. That would be a light square. So I have to move to a dark square again. Let's take here. Why is he not taking back? What in the world? I could take this pawn, but oh my god, I keep trying to draw arrows. I was gonna say I could take this pawn, but I think this would be better. Because if a light square, then I take. And if not, then I can take the king. But then I just tried to draw that arrow and I absolutely failed. Okay, let's do this. Hopefully he moves to a light square. Oh wait, he can't. Oh my god, this is actually annoying. It used to really did not matter, and then now it's getting annoying. Okay, dark square again. Let's go here. Is he ever gonna move to a light square? Like, please, just go here. Dude, just go here. Thank you! I can actually move to a light square and take. Your opponent lost to their drawback. What? Drag. Your queen is a king. It moves like one, and if it's captured, you lose? What? How does that... So weird. So if I take the queen, then he loses. That's why he lost. Mine is apparently a lot harder. You must move on to the same color as your opponent's move. Well, for the first like until like here, for the first 11 moves or 10 moves, I thought it was the easiest drawback in the world, and then after that it started getting weird. I'm gonna like my drawback. I did like that. That wasn't really too hard. It says it's a lot more than average, and my opponent's is about the same amount less than average. But wait, so why were there so many weird moves? Like, why e3? Like, is this opponent just like new to chess, which is completely fine, but right, like I thought all of this had to do with their drawback, and they were just unable to do anything about it. But like this was so unnecessary. And what was rook f3? Like, rook f3 is just crazy. Was that a mouse flip? Was rook f2 what he meant to play? Like what is this? Just take the pawn. Like, just take the pawn, bro. Like, what is going on? And he was probably here like, oh shoot, I'm gonna lose. On move, what was this? Move 15. But he actually lost on move 22. So he survived 7 extra moves because he just kept moving to dark squares. Look at this. Dark square, dark square, dark square, dark square, dark square, dark square, and finally a light square, and I took it and I won. Woo! With that, we win game number 3. So we do win the tiebreak, which means we win it all 2-1. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, if a lot of you enjoyed it and want episode 6, then I will continue making more episodes in this series. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye! Like and subscribe!